Hey guys, so today I'm here with the 5-inch aluminum side step bars fitting all 2005 and newer double cab Toyota Tacomas. So if you're looking to get an extra boost up into your truck, this option is going to be a really good one to take a look at. So this is going to give you easier cab access to get in and out of your truck, as well as easier roof access if you have a roof rack on top of your truck. And it's also just going to aesthetically be a little bit better than the negative space going on here wheel to wheel. Now this is going to incorporate a large 5-inch step pad, and it's going to give you a ton of real estate and foot room to easily get in and out of your truck. And not to mention they are non-slip, so it's going to give you some traction on those wetter days. These are also going to serve as some lighter protection to your truck. So if you are looking for some heavy duty protection, this is not going to do all of that. It's not going to take some really hard hits, but it is going to do a great job at any lighter obstacles on the trail, any door dings in the parking lot, or even just anything kicking up from your front tires. So these will feature an aluminum construction, which is going to be very durable for those obstacles on the trail or anything kicking up. And it's going to incorporate a fine texture black powder coat finish, which will protect the aluminum underneath from any corrosion. What it's also going to do is give you a very sleek and stylish look to the side of your truck. Now, with all of that being said, these are going to be roughly $300, making them a pretty affordable option as far as side steps go. So more expensive choices are usually going to have a little bit more going on. They might have drop steps. They might be for those heavy duty options that are heavy duty plated steel or heavy duty tube steel, giving you some really heavy duty protection in comparison to this lighter weight aluminum option. But I do really like what's going on with this side step aesthetically. You can tell that there is a little bit more going on with this step than some other basic choices in the same price range, even down to the step pads, the boxy construction, and even the end caps. So overall, this is going to add a very sleek look to the side of your truck. It's going to complement your truck very nicely while also remaining functional. So install is going to be a very easy 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. You're going to need a couple of basic hand tools and about an hour's worth of your time. So speaking of the install, let's jump into that now. The tools that we used for my install were a 13mm deep socket and a 3/8 inch drive ratchet. So to start our install, we're going to start by installing our brackets. They're going to be side as well as position specific. So you have your passenger side front, passenger side center, and your passenger side rear. So you're going to need your provided hardware for that, as well as something comfy to lay on, and we'll head underneath our truck. So we're going to start with our passenger side front bracket. We're going to line that up with the 2 existing holes in the body of our Tacoma. You're going to have some captured nut plate behind there. And then we're going to take our provided hardware, which is our bolt, our flat washer, and our lock washer, and thread that into the body of the Tacoma. Now we're going to leave this loosely installed. We do need to get our side step mounted up. So we are going to need a little bit of adjustability out of these brackets. So we're not going to tighten them down just yet, but we want to snug them up so they're not moving around on us. All right, now we can move to our passenger side center. Now we're ready to prepare our side step to be mounted up to our brackets. Now you do want to make sure that you have the correct side that you're installing, as well as being oriented the correct way. So how you can tell that is the step pads are going to be offset. The one that's closer to the end cap is going to be facing the rear, and the one that's farther away from the end cap is going to be facing the front. So now we're going to flip the step over, and we're going to have 2 rails that we're going to insert our square head bolts in, and then we're going to line it up with our brackets and put a nut on the back there. So grab your provided hardware, then we can head to the front of the step. There's going to be a little bit of a cutout to fit the bolt in, and then we can slide that in. You're going to put 3 in each rail. So we're going to line the front ones up with the front bracket, then we can move the other ones down and line those up with the middle and the rear bracket. So after those are in place, what we're going to do is try to line this up then. with our brackets, and what I do like is that if they don't line up, you can just move the bolt over where it needs to. They're all sitting pretty. All right, now we can go ahead and attach a nut on the other side. So you'll be able to move the side step forward and backward since these are not stationary. So once you get it where you need it to be, then we can attach our hardware. So I'm going to attach our flat washer, our lock washer, and then our nut on the back of here. Then we can do the same thing with all of the remaining bolts. So since all of the bolts are lined up with our brackets, we can go ahead and tighten them down with a 13mm deep socket. And we can do the same thing for the remaining bolts. So now that our step is tightened to our bracket, what we can do is tighten up our bracket to our body of our Tacoma. So we're going to be using that same 13mm deep socket for that. So that's going to wrap it up for my review and install. Make sure you like and subscribe, and for more videos like this, always keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.